Here we go. Here's Bill.
Brad, my question is concerning a traditional retirement account.
Let's go. Another one. Oh my gosh. You guys are making my night right now. Let's go. Oh man, don't stump me. Don't stump me. Here we go.
Brad, my question is concerning a traditional retirement account and a Roth IRA. I have both a traditional and a Roth IRA. My traditional account is much larger than my Roth. When I asked my current financial advisor about transferring money from the traditional to the Roth, he focuses on what my tax bracket will be on retirement. My concern is paying the taxes in the traditional account on the gains on what I've put in versus if I transfer the money now and pay the taxes and transfer it to my Roth IRA, and then that way it will grow in the Roth tax free. Am I being overly cautious, or should I start transferring the money?
First off, thank you so much for questioning your financial advisor. Guys, if you are paying a financial advisor right now, it's time to consider stopping that relationship. There is way too much free resources and intellectual knowledge on the internet that is free and unbiased. Wise man once told me, if somebody is profiting off the advice they give you, that is not advice, that's manipulation. And many people will say, like, you're a YouTuber, you get paid. First off, I was on YouTube for 3 years before I made any money, and I loved it. And actually, since I started making money on YouTube, it's gotten worse. I like it less. People that are giving you advice and profiting from that advice are manipulating you. I'm sorry. And most financial advisors are the guy your dad used, or my friend's cousin from college. It's never somebody that you sought out. Very rarely do I talk to somebody that talks about a financial advisor and they're like, yeah, I really wanted a financial advisor. So I got on the phone and I called up 6 different financial advisors. I sat down with each one. I asked them a couple questions. I vetted them. I interviewed them. And then I picked the one that I really thought was best for me. That's pretty much never happened. Ever. And the worst part about it is they know what to tell you to make you feel like you're an idiot. They know what to say or the big words to say to make you scared. That's when we're at our most vulnerable. That's just what I have to say, first and foremost, about financial advisors. They are making money off of you, which is fine. Let them. Let them make money off of you. You know? And if they want to come back and criticize me, you have a Discord, Brad, you make money off of that? Sure do. I don't give financial advice. I share my story and let people learn from my F-ups. I post the things I do and let people ask me questions why. I do not give financial advice. I'm being paid for my time. And it's not that great. As far as the Roth IRA conversion question, tax question, things like that, this is actually something I've been thinking about. I haven't made a video because I don't know if I'm right. So maybe this is the forum to bring it up, and maybe this will be the video, and then somebody could tell me I'm wrong. The whole debate of tax deferred now versus tax deferred later, as far as at the time of contribution, that is a tax bracket issue. I think that conversation completely changes when we talk about conversions. Hear me out. And then you guys could tell me if my thought process is completely whack. What's the difference between tax deferred and tax free? In a tax deferred account, 401k, 403b, traditional IRA, you put the money in now. It's tax deferred, meaning you don't pay taxes on it. It lowers your W-2, and you pay taxes later at 59.5 upon withdrawal. A Roth IRA is the opposite. You get taxed now, it grows, and you don't get taxed on the way out. Okay? So for people that are going to be taxed more later or think they're going to be taxed more later, we like to get taxed now and then take it out later. For people that think they're going to be taxed less later, well, now when you're making that higher tax, you're in a higher tax bracket, you go tax deferred. A couple things about that. Number one, if you learn anything about money, you learn that you are not going to make less money later on in life. If you've been watching my channel, if you're in my Discord and you've learned anything about money, you are perpetually going to make more money for the rest of your freaking life. People ask me that all the time. Well, in retirement, Brad, aren't you going to make? No. I'm going to retire from my W-2 job when I'm printing so much money I don't have to teach anymore. And my side businesses are going to continue to grow money. And my real estate portfolio is going to continue to make me money. And my dividend portfolio is going to continue to make me money. And then I'm going to get a pension. And then I'm going to get Social Security. My tax bracket is never going to go down in retirement, because that's what the financial advisor is going to tell you. Well, you're going to be in retirement, you're not going to be making money, so your tax bracket's going to go down. Ask them this. How much is the tax bracket going to be in 20 years when I retire? See what they say. They're going to say, I don't know, less? How the hell do you know that? It just makes me so mad. So I'm not going to get triggered. I'm not going to do it, Brad. Brad, take a sip of your beer and calm down. So hear me out on this conversion thing. This is what I'm thinking. If I had money already, because he's saying the money's already there. We're taking out the whole at the time when we put money in. The money's already there. Should he roll the money now, get taxed now, and then let it grow and never have to worry about it for the rest of his life, tax-free, and be able to roll to a spouse and have them have it tax-free and all the other benefits of the Roth IRA that we already know? Or should he keep it there, untaxed, and then let it go to this land of the unknown at some time where we think you're going to make less money and we think you're going to be taxed less later on down the line? I like to deal in absolutes. I like to deal with things that I can control. I can't control my income 20 years from now. I can't control the tax brackets 10 years from now. I can't control the laws that are going to be in place in IRAs 10 years from now, 20 years from now. I can control moving that over and never having to think about it, those options ever again. Never having to think about it again. That's my first point. Let's take two scenarios and hear me out on this, the whole taxed later thing. There are some things that I see to be fact, and there are some things that I see to be opinion, or at least wishy-washy. And please, by all means, if I'm talking out of my ass, let me know. I think it's a fact that over time, the value of $1 is going to go down. That $1 sitting inside that traditional IRA is now more valuable than it will ever be. I think it's wishy-washy, what the tax bracket is going to be in 20 years. And I also believe that I don't think it can go that much higher than it is right now. I don't know why I put that in quotes. What I meant was like that much higher is relative. Like, will we ever see a day when we're taxed 70%? I don't think so. I think politicians will keep a steady system of checks and balances where we'll go high 30%. And I'm talking, this is marginal rates, right? Not your actual fixed brackets, but your marginal tax rate. Maybe it'll go down a little to 22, but we can say between like 20 and 30% marginally. Okay? I think that's fair to say throughout time. And I tell you that to tell you this. If I tax that $1 now, I know that I'm going to tax a small portion, 22% right now, and I'm going to take that money and the rest of it's going to grow tax-free for life. If I have $1 in my traditional and $1 in my Roth, and they're invested in the same exact investment, they're going to grow and the growth is going to be identical. But when I pay taxes later, I'm going to pay taxes on that $1 that doesn't have the same value of $1. I only know this because I'm a freaking weirdo. But in 10 years, with an average inflation rate of 3%, $1 is going to have the value of about 78, 79 cents in 10 years. So in 10 years, you have to pay taxes between 20 and 30% on $1 that really only has the value of 79. So right now, I could take $1, I could pay 22 cents of that, 22%, and then I can put the rest away, right? That other 78%, I could put that away and it grows forever. Or I can wait, I can have that $1, I could take the 22 cents off, but I'm not taking 22 cents off $1 in 10 years. I'm taking 22 cents off of 79 cents. So I can either be left with 80 cents now or 50 something cents later. That is the reason why in that position, and I've talked about like the Roth IRAs and converting 401ks and everything, I'm getting money to my Roth IRA as fast as humanly possible when I can. The day I turn 59 and a half, I am going to be starting my Roth conversion ladder, and I'm going to be putting as much money into my Roth IRA and paying the taxes on that day regardless. Now, if I have hundreds of thousands of dollars, am I going to take $100,000s of dollars tax hit on that day? No. But am I going to leak 10 grand in every single year and pay $2,000 in taxes? Yes. My thing is pay the tax right now on the full dollar as opposed to paying the tax on a value that is way less than $1 later, but is still taxed as though it's $1. The taxes on the growth are irrelevant because the growth is going to be equal in the traditional and the Roth. If you keep your money in a traditional IRA, and like I said, if I'm wrong, let me know. If I keep my money in a traditional IRA, I'm going to pay taxes on the growth when I take it out. And I'm going to pay taxes on $1 that's not worth $1 anymore. If I roll it, I am only going to pay the taxes on the $1 now, and I'm never going to pay taxes on the growth. To me, that adds up to less taxes. And what is your financial advisor going to say? Oh, the tax rate could go down to 10%. No, it's not. Get out of my face with that. No, it's not. It's going to stay. Look at the tax rate. It's going to say that. But the value of your dollar is going to go down. I wish I could draw a graph of this. The value of that dollar is going to go down exponentially if inflation continues. But you know what happens when you roll money into a Roth IRA and you put it into an index fund? Your financial advisor doesn't make any more money off of you. You know what happens when you put money into a passively managed index fund that tracks a broad-based market like the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones or the total stock market? Your financial advisor stops making money off of you. That's why they don't freaking tell you about it. Show me the financial advisor that's like, you know what? VTI would be a really, really great play for you.